It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the New York Yankees. Shane Bieber goes for the Blue Jays as they look to close this division series out, while Carlos Rodon, former White Sox lefty, goes for the New York Yankees as they try to extend this to tomorrow. On your mark, get set, and let's go.
Snowman on the mic, no mistake, he elevates. Play by play.
The pitch. We're going to drive into deep center field. Miller back at the track, looking up. See you later! Go, Danny, go! 30, 20, 10, 5, good night, touchdown! Unbelievable!
Formation in motion, handoff McFerrin, running off right tackle, and McFerrin is loose! Goodbye, baby! 20, 10, 5, touchdown!
And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss! Put it in the book, and that's a Spartan winner!
Vision, precision, lifting hope. Every word is the mission. Ambition with this queen by his side, no division. Just fusion.
And off we go. The New York Yankees will be taking the field in just a moment. The Toronto Blue Jays are the opponent this evening, looking for a 3-game sweep of the New York Yankees. Yankees won the wild card series over Boston 2-1. In fact, they won the last 2 games, and they were played at Yankee Stadium. Aaron Judge, 1 extra base hit this postseason. During the regular season, he had 85 extra base hits as the Yankees come out and take the field in their home white uniforms with the navy blue pinstripes, numbers, and the NY interlocking logo on the left side of their uniform. Vladimir Guerrero has been the story for matter of fact, the Toronto Blue Jays offense has been the story. They have outscored the Yankees so far in the first 2 games 23-8. And after the first 14 innings of this series, the Yankees were outscored by a count of 22-1. Yes, you heard that correctly. 22-1 they were outscored. Carlos Rodon out of North Carolina State takes the mound. He was 18-9 on the year with a 3.09 ERA, 195 innings pitched, 73 walks, 203 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting 183 against him. He pitches a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a sinker, and of course that devastating curveball where after 2 major surgeries, he doesn't use as much. He uses more of the changeup than any other pitch in his arsenal. Started his career, was drafted by the White Sox, then spent time with the Giants, and now he's wearing the Yankee pinstripes and back in the postseason for the first time since 2021. And we are just about set to go. Here's the Blue Jays batting order. Leading off is George Springer, the DH. Davis Schneider bats second and left. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. bats third at first. Alejandro, the captain, Kirk bats fourth. He'll catch. Dalton Varsho bats fifth in center field. Ernie Clement bats sixth. He's at third base. Anthony Santander bats seventh. He's in right field. Isaiah Kiner Falefa bats eighth. He's at second base. And Andres Jimenez bats ninth. He's the shortstop. Through the lineup again. Springer, Schneider, Guerrero, the first 3 set to come up. Napoleon Jonamite is with us. Napoleon, do me a favor. Post this in, if Jen will allow it, post this in Jen's Discord. Let's get some people over here and then send this to your friends. George Springer, former Astro, heads to the plate. He'll face Carlos Rodon. He rocks and kicks and fires. Swing and a miss on a fastball. We're underway at 8:09 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Counts 0-1. Springer at 309, 32 homers. He drove in 84 on the year. From the windup, here's the 0-1 pitch. Low and inside with a changeup. And the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. What's been the problem for the Yankees with their pitching staff is the fact that they can't get any outs when they must get outs. The Mariners and Tigers are underway. They had a long delay in Detroit. The pitch on the way inside with a fastball, and the count is 2-1. That's the other problem. Pitching from behind. Springer, Schneider, Guerrero the first three, Kirk, Varsho, Clement the next three, Santander, Canafalefa, and Jimenez round out the order. The pitch is blasted deep down the left field line, but foul. And the count is now even at 2-2. Shane Lake is with us, says, as much as I can't stand either team, gee, I wonder why. Screw New York. Give me Toronto for the win. I think I know what's going on and why my picture is jumping. Rodon is ready. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on the slider. 1 up, 1 down in the first. That's a good start for the Yankees pitching staff and for Carlos Rodon, who owns a no-hitter. That's a big out for Carlos Rodon for the confidence of him and the Yankees and their pitching staff. 1 out, nobody on, and here's the pitch to Davis Schneider. It's inside with a fastball for ball 1. If the Yankees can start with a 1-2-3 inning, it would help them tremendously. Schneider, 234, 11 homers. He drove in 31 in the regular season. The wind of the 1-0 pitch. Curveball strike, and the count's even 1-1. I think what I'm going to do, if I get a chance to do it, is go away from the motion. The pitch on the way, popped up foul, and the count's now 1-2. But I went with this setup because all of my socials are there. And you can also track the latest sponsor and everything. Toronto cooked us in the regular season, and the Yanks beat us in the past. But we don't have a big rivalry really with Toronto as we do the Yanks. Everybody knows about that rivalry. 1-2 pitch, high, 2-2. Fastball at 94. Got the PayPal and the GoFundMe and the Cash App scrolling at the bottom, so you can help a snowman out to help his family. That would be absolutely fabulous throughout the course of the program tonight. 2-2 pitch. Curveball. Missed it. Oh, my goodness. Actually went with a slider right off the corner. And the count is now even at 2-2. Y'all like the new scoreboard I got up top? 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the first, just getting started from Yankee Stadium. The payoff pitch. High, ball 4. So Schneider, who was down 0-2, works a walk. And here is the reason the Jays are up 2-0, and his name is Vladimir Guerrero. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Let me get that right. Big Dog again, 2003 and 2004 was the pinnacle of that rivalry. Yeah, it was. You got to go back to the 70s to find something like that. Rodon from the stretch delivers. Fastball missed, ball 1. Davis Schneider at first, 1 out, bottom of the first. And Vladdy Jr.'s career, he's 10 for 17, 3 doubles, a home run. He's driven in 5 against Carlos Rodon. 1-0 the count. The pitch on the way, inside, 2-0. Tell me, how does it sound, even with the picture jumping? 2-0 pitch, swinging a high fly ball into left. That's back at the track, at the wall. There she goes. Vladimir Guerrero strikes again. He's homing in every game in this series, and the Blue Jays are in flight. They lead 2-0. This kid is unreal. Unreal. 2-0 Toronto. I mean, he put a slider out there and bingo. Vladimir Guerrero did not miss it as he hit it into the Toronto bullpen. And just like that, the Blue Jays are in flight, leading 2-0 as he puts the homer jacket on already. Man, this kid is incredible. Here's the captain, Alejandro Kirk. First pitch, low, ball one. Vladdy Jr. isn't exactly the same type hitter as his daddy was. Daddy would go after absolute horrible pitches and make something of them. Jr. is more selective. That is true. Swung on, fouled out a play on a fastball on the next pitch. And the count's now even 1 ball, 1 strike. That slider didn't slide as much as Rodon hoped. It just hung, and Guerrero blasted it out. Just in case of joining us, it's 2-0 Blue Jays in the first. The pitch to Kirk, inside, 2-1. And now, because of that, because Rodon lost Davis Schneider, he's been missing with his pitches. Toronto has 9 home runs and 8 strikeouts. Let that sink in. The pitch on the way, swinging a foul out of play. The count's even 2-2. They began this inning with a strikeout from George Springer, and then a walk to Davis Schneider, and then Vladdy did the rest. 2-2 the count to Alejandro Kirk. These Blue Jays are very selective hitters, and now that it's the postseason, they're even better. They're even more selective. 2-2 on the way. Swinging a bouncer foul, third base side. We'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 down, 2-0 Blue Jays. Here in the top of the first, just getting started. And the pitch on the way is low, and the count goes full 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rodon looks nervous out there. He just seems to be missing locations. Yeah, after that strikeout of Springer, he's missed everywhere. 3-2, 1 out. And the pitch on the way. Swinging a bouncing ball, headed to third. Third baseman up with it. The toss across to first is in time. 2 down in the inning. That slider hung right across the plate, and Blowie. Just like that, 2-0. The father of New York strikes again. Sleeper app just had this as a notification. The father of New York strikes again. Absolutely. Dalton Varsho at the plate takes a strike on the outside corner with a slider from Rodon, and the count's 0-1. That's how you rattle these Yankee pitchers. You got to get ahead of them early. 0-1 pitch. Swinging a bouncer foul, 0-2. Dalton Varsho hit .238, 20 homers. He drove in 55. He is 6 for 8 in the postseason with a couple homers and 4 RBIs. 0-2, 2 down. Top of the first, 2-0 Blue Jays. And the pitch on the way is low with a slider, and the count's 1-2. Somebody's scratching at my door. Who is that? That's Winnie. Of course that would be Winnie. Of course that would be Winnie. I'm going to turn on this. I'll turn on this overhead light here. 1-2 to Varsho. Swing and a miss. Inning over. So Rodon gets 2 strikeouts in the inning, but the Blue Jays are in flight. A 2-run homer by Vladimir Guerrero Jr. puts Toronto on the board. They lead it 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. This is the 2025 American League Division Series, old school style, on Snowman Sports Net.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Join Ryan McCarthy
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
and Dustin Henry
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
Two old Blue Jays as we head to the bottom of the first inning. And guys, help me build this set here because I think I'm going to get rid of this chat box because it worked once on Sunday. I had all the stats up during the Colts game, and now it's not working again. So I want to fill it with something else. So what should I fill it with? I'll let you guys decide, and maybe we can implement it while the game is going on tonight. In case you just joined us, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is the first player in Blue Jays history with a home run in 3 consecutive postseason games. Aaron Judge ready to take his hacks. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors. Here's the Yankee batting order. Trent Grisham leads off in center field. Aaron Judge bats second and right. Cody Bellinger bats third and left. Ben Rice bats fourth. He's at first base. Giancarlo Stanton bats fifth. He's the DH. Jazz Chisholm Jr. bats sixth at second. Ryan McMahon bats seventh. He's at third. Anthony Volpe bats eighth at short. And Austin Wells bats ninth. And he's the catcher. Shane Bieber is the opponent that the Yankees will face. 4-2 on the year. He delivers low and inside, ball 1. And we're off and rolling in the bottom of the first inning with a 2-0 Toronto lead. 4-2 of the year with a 3.57 ERA, 40 and a third innings pitched. He features a 4-seamer, a slider, a knuckle curve, a changeup, and a cutter. That's outside with a fastball, 2-0. Trent Grisham, $150 this postseason. He is at 235 regular season. That is on the ground to first. Guerrero will do it himself. 3 pitches, 1 out in the bottom of the first. Just how the top of the inning began. Callie Greenshields is here with us. Says, go Blue Jays. I made her a promise that I'd cover the Blue Jays. Aaron Judge tied with Mickey Mantle and Yogi Berra, 5 home runs apiece when facing elimination. Well, they're facing elimination tonight. 3 service points for Toronto, including this one tonight. From the windup, the pitch to Aaron. Strike right down the middle with a fastball. The count's 0-1. Shane Bieber back on the mound, facing third base side of the rubber, working from the first base side of the rubber from the chest high windup. Here's the pitch, swinging a line drive, base hit in the left center field. I swear, when I looked at that, he hit it out of the pitcher's glove in the left center field. So now the tying run will come to the plate for the Yankees. I have to wonder why Judge is batting second of all places. Your Fox commentators, Joe Davis, John Smoltz, Ken Rosenthal, 3 very, very wonderful broadcasters. I love listening to Joe Davis. Judge away from first, and the pitch to Bellinger is blasted into deep center field, but center fielder Dalton Varsho under it, got it, 2 down in the inning. And Aaron Judge will trot back to first. One of those hits for Vladdy Jr., of course, a grand slam. That came in game 2. And that was a no-doubter. All 3 of his home runs, we're talking about Vladimir Guerrero Jr., were no-doubters. Here's Ben Rice hitting 267 in the postseason. He had 255 in the regular season with 26 home runs. 2 out, 1 on, and the pitch on the way. On the ground to second. Second baseman trying to get there, won't make the throw. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa bobbled it. Scored an error, E4. And now you have 2 on with 2 out. That should have been the final out of the inning. And let's hope it doesn't come back to bite the Blue Jays. If you're tuning us in for the first time, my name is Brian Snow, veteran announcer, veteran play-by-play announcer. That went off the inside of Kiner Falefa's arm, and he couldn't make the play, and he didn't try to rush a throw, which would have been worse. So Bellinger is on, along with Aaron Judge. And here is Giancarlo Stanton, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. The count's 0-1. Stanton hitting at 150 this postseason, 273 on the regular season. 2 out, 2 on. Bottom of the first, 2-0 Toronto. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on a slider. And the count is now 0-2. 0-2 to Giancarlo Stanton. Here, I want to see something here. Oh, 2 the count. Oh, 1-2, beg your pardon. 1-2 to Stanton. Bieber comes set from the belt. Here's the pitch. Swinging a bouncer foul. Count stays where it is at 1-2. Yes, Winnie. You just came in here. What'd you do? Eat already? Come on, Bubbers. Yes, I am a pet dad. 4 pets here in the household. 1-2, 2 down. Bottom of the first, 2-0 Blue Jays. The pitch on the way. Swinging a smash. Base hit in the left field. Judge will make the turnaround second. He'll come in to score. And quickly, the Yankees make it 2-1. Okay. So the output is okay. It's just the backdrop. And I think I know what it is. Oh, Stanton went down and got that. And Judge was off with the pitch. I believe I know what the thing is that's going on with my background. 2-1 Toronto. Jazz Chisholm batting 6th with runners at first and second and 2 down, and the pitch is low, ball 1 with a fastball. Chisholm hit 31 home runs during the regular season. Bieber from the set looks at second, and the pitch. Breaking ball up, and the count's 2-0. Tried to come at him with a changeup and missed it. Yeah, I think I know what the problem is. I won't have time to fix it tonight. 2-0 pitch is low, 3-0, and Bieber's in trouble. 15th pitch of the inning for Shane Bieber. Three balls, no strikes, 2 down. Score from the NBA preseason, Bulls and Cavaliers at the half, tied at 57. 3-0 pitch is a strike right down the middle with a fastball, 3-1. Yep, I think I know exactly what the problem is. I know exactly what the problem is. 3-1 pitch is a strike with a knuckle curve, and the count's full 3-2, and this will put the runners in motion. So that error leads to an unearned run. It's 2-1 now in favor of the Toronto Blue Jays. That third out by Isaiah Kiner Falefa should have happened, didn't happen, and it kept the inning going for the Yankees. And now they have Jazz Chisholm at the plate. Three and two, 2 outs. First and second of the runners, they'll be off at the pitch. Bieber's ready. The runners take off. The pitch, swinging a high fly ball into left. Left fielder Davis Schneider under it makes the catch, inning over. So the Blue Jays escape more damage. But the Yankees get a run on 3 hits, an error, and 2 left. We go to the top of the second. Blue Jays 2, Yankees 1. This is the 2025 American League Division Series, old school style on Snowman Sportsnet.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
I'm looking at one of the commercials for Allstate, and the kid, and I know they set this up, let Bevo, he stood on the fence to take a selfie with Bevo and didn't close the gate back. Oops. Anyway, we're headed to the top of the second. Blue Jays 2, Yankees 1. And in case you didn't hear, 1 run, 2 hits for the Yankees. I inadvertently said 3. Blue Jays got their 2 runs on 1 hit. Thank you, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Ernie Clement will lead things off. He's 3 for 7 in the postseason, hit to 277 during the regular season with 9 homers and 50 driven in. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul out of play, and the count's 0-2. Good crowd so far tonight. Keep them coming. Keep sharing this. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That's what I need to put back up there. Next one, foul to the backstop. We'll do it again. I'm going to get rid of this chat box, because every time I try to include a chat box, most of the time it would work, but there with that 1 or 2 times, here's a poke job to first. Race to the bag is on and safe. Ernie Clement beat it. Let's see if the Yankees challenge it. Nope, they're not. They're not going to challenge it, I don't think. They're not going to challenge it. So Ernie Clement gets an infield hit. Second hit of the game for the Blue Jays. And here is Anthony Santander, hit 175 during the regular season. The pitch to him. They check it first. No swing. The count's 1-0. This is usually where Rodon gets himself in trouble. All right, chat box out. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch on the way, swinging a pop up. And that is out of play. And the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Took too long. Somebody trolled this morning. Yeah, I wonder who. But I made a promise I wouldn't cuss tomorrow. I will try. 1-1 the count to Anthony Santander, spent last year with the Baltimore Orioles. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball strike, and the count's 1-2. Clement leads away from first. Rodon doesn't look at him. And the pitch is poked up foul. Right side. Rodon's thrown 33 pitches to date. And I didn't acknowledge Victor. I'm sorry. Victor Locke is in here with us. One of our regulars on Snowman in the Morning. 1-2 the count to Anthony Santander. Here she comes. That's low with a curveball. And the count is now even at 2-2. Ernie Clement at first, beat out an infield hit. Nobody out. As Ben Wilson took a little bit long to get to first. Next one. Swung on and popped up. Shortstop circling the wagons, makes the catch. 1 down in the second. Oh, my goodness. They missed one. They missed one because Clement slid through the bag and lost touch with the bag when Wilson tagged it. I think the Blue Jays got a break. First pitch outside to Isaiah Connor Falefa for ball 1. He had 262 in the regular season, 2 homers. He drove in 40. Why'd you crash out on Jen's Discord, dog? What happened? The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on a fastball. And the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. Oh, no. He did it again. That ball is up 2-1. Do I want to know what he said this time? When I'm told glitch happened, oh boy. The 2-1 pitch, swinging a pop-up. And that is foul and out of play. Counts even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Make sure you smash that like button when you come in, folks. We do it old school style. With the radio call, you get to see my face, quote unquote, in the booth. Oh my gosh. Never mind. Is it the fact that he trolled us? Rodon sets, kicks, throws to first, and he runner back. Next one, slapped foul out of play, and the count stays where it is. The starters' ERA this series, the Blue Jays are at 0.82 for their ERA, and the Yankees' ERA, you ready for this? 14.29. Blue Jays have hit 9 home runs, and they're averaging 11.5 runs per game. Meanwhile, Yankees have only hit 1 home run in this series, and they're averaging only 4 runs a game. They've been outscored 25-9, and that is popped up on the infield. Shortstop backing up, makes the catch, 2 down in the inning. Victor Locke says, I feel like Spider-Man. Oh, no. Here we go again. Yep. The Blue Jays have yet to trail in this series. Absolutely, here we go again. And again and again and again. 2 out, a runner aboard. Ernie Clement with a leadoff infield single. Swing and a miss on Jimenez. Andres the Giant Jimenez, the shortstop. 3 for 8 so far here in the postseason. Rodon from the belt. Not even looking at Clement. Comes home. That's inside, and it hit him. It hit him. It sure did. I can't believe I missed the crash out party this morning. Blasted being in the office. Well, Victor, you may get a present tomorrow. Did it hit? Yeah. Well, it was coming so fast. Did it hit him? They slowed it all the way down. No, that did not hit him. But the Yankees are not going to challenge it. But the umpires are going to review it. That pitch did not hit him. Well, the Yankees are going to challenge it. Victor, we all did quit live on the air. That did not hit him. This should be a quick review, and Jimenez should be heading back to the plate. That did not hit him. That pitch did not hit him. Even the Yankee fans are saying it didn't hit him. I'm looking at it, and it didn't hit him. Yes, Victor, everybody quit. Myself included. Yep. We all said we quit. Live. We all said I quit. Live on the air. As Rodon takes some warm-up tosses. Call stands. Wow. I'm surprised. I'm surprised at that call. That should have been reversed. So now the Blue Jays send it back to George Springer, the top of the order, who struck out swinging his first time up. And he takes one low for ball 1. Wow. Wow. Rodon has thrown 44 pitches to date. Seattle leads Detroit 4-0. They're in the bottom of the 5th in Motown. The pitch on the way. A swing and a pop-up. First base side. Ben Wilson in fair territory. Makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left. So the Yankees escape disaster. And it should have been disaster. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. It's the Blue Jays 2, the Yankees 1. This is the 2025 American League Division Series on Snowman Sportsnet.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Join Ryan McCarthy
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
and Dustin Henry
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
Two to one Toronto's. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Let's check the Fanatics feedback zone. Big Dog says, I'm still crashing out. Glitch just... I'll try this without swearing. Glitch just said Luka is going to upset the GOAT talk. What? You talking about another basketball player who doesn't even have his fundamentals down correctly? And Glitch, I dare you to challenge me on that. Which you won't. Victor says, I have a pair of coworkers who heard it and they quit. Wow. Yeah, we all quit this morning. And as it turns out, I just saw a story that says JJ Redick and the rest of the Lakers knew it was an ad. I'll respond to that tomorrow. I hadn't even planned to go on tomorrow. Here we go to business. Bottom of the second inning. 7, 8, and 9 due for the Yankees. Ryan McMahon will get things started in the bottom of the second. 2-1 in favor of the Blue Jays. Blue Jays trying to close this series out and await the winner of Seattle and Detroit. And they're going to play at least 4 games. And McMahon swings and drives one to center. Dalton Varsho in front of the track makes the one-handed catch. 1 up, 1 down in the second. I agree, Vic. Somebody lied. Somebody told a bold-faced bleeping lie. Somebody told a bleeping lie. I am not going to find the person who did, but whoever finds the person who did, give him a good cussing out for me. Anthony Volpe, the 8th place hitter, takes a ball on a slider. That's up. Shane Bieber, former Cy Young Award winner, won the Gold Glove both in 2020. The pitch, swing and a miss on a slider, and the count's even 1-1. You're right about that, Napoleon. Cocaine's a heck of a drug. From the windup, here's the 1-1. Slashed foul to the right. And the count is now 1-2. Anthony Volpe, 212 on the year. I have never seen a Yankees offense be this inept in the postseason when it counted. Swing and a miss. Oh, my goodness. And the bat went flying, too. 2 up, 2 down in the second. Landed in the Blue Jays dugout. Hope everyone's okay there. Zing! Got him on a slider. And everybody in the Blue Jay dugout got the heck out of the way. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled out of play to Austin Wells for strike 1. Trent Grisham would be next. The leadoff man for the Yankees. 2-1 Toronto. Bottom of the second inning. From the windup, here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a foul out of play to the right, and the count's 0-2. Game 3 of this division series, best of 5. Blue Jays go blue tops, gray bottoms. The pitch on the way, swinging a bouncer foul, and the count stays where it is at 0-2. Just imagine if the Yankees lose tonight. How many boos are going to come cascading down from the new house? They've only won 1 World Series since they built the new house, and that, of course, was 2009. Blue Jays, blue tops, gray bottoms, white numbers and lettering. The pitch on the way. Outside with a changeup. And the count's now 1-2. One-two pitch from Bieber is low, and the count's even 2-2. Tried to nibble at him with a knuckle curve, and it wound up low. How many boos? All of them. Absolutely. How many boos? All of them. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the Yankees go up and out in order. We're done with 2. Blue Jays 2, Yankees 1. This is the 2025 American League Division Series on Snowman Sportsnet.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Brian Snow back here with you as we go to the top of the 3rd. And the Blue Jays, on the strength of a 2-run bomb by one Vladimir Guerrero Jr., lead this game 2-1. Yankees got an unearned run in the bottom of the 1st. And I'm going to put a channel in the chat, and I want y'all to go rate them. I'm not doing this right. Well, I want to tell you something. Callie gave me a suggestion. Callie Greenshields, our trivia expert when it comes to the W, said, why don't you interact more with the fans? That way they'll stick around. At the same time, I was also wearing myself out. By the time that the 3rd and 4th quarter hit, I was exhausted. So what I did was I came up with a hybrid way to do this. And the first pitch is swung on and missed by Davis Schneider for strike 1 as we begin the top of the 3rd. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. would be next. 2-1 Toronto, top of the 3rd. Rodon's pitch is a ball on the inside. And the count's now even. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm not doing this right. I'll get it right. The pitch on the way. Swinging a foul by Schneider. He knew he had his pitch too because he yelled at himself. If I was on, I would have broke glass. I think after the show we did. I know I did. Victor, I had to go out behind the barn. 1-2 to Schneider. The pitch. Swinging a smash. Base hit in the left field. Down the left field line. Fair ball. Schneider makes the turn around first. He's headed for second, and he will pull in with a leadoff double. That ball was rocked. Tried to come at him with a curveball, and Davis Schneider was all over it. And they look at they did a. I did, Victor. We signed off, and I stomped right to the barn, and Vladdy was intentionally walked. Vladdy just took an intentional walk. Rodon and company said, we're not dealing with him. Since 21, Vladdy has had 16 home runs. That's first in the majors since 21. Alejandro Kirk at the dish. Rodon comes home, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-1. Came at him with a slider. Kirk is 0 for 1. He grounded out in the first, and a chance for the Blue Jays to add some more. So, Callie, I hope I took your suggestion well. I had to make sure that I get a breather. So what I did was, and I was talking about that before that double happened. So what I did was I created commercial spots that were 100 to 120 seconds, so I can be sure to get a breather in. 0-1 pitch, high and tight, 1 ball, 1 strike. In fact, what I did was I originally set it for 2 minutes, but then I knocked it down to 1:40. Yankees scared of Vladdy. You better believe they are. The pitch on the way. Swinging a line drive down the right field line and caught by Aaron Judge. 1 out in the inning. Quickly gets it back into Jazz Chisholm. 1 out, and now the double play is really in order to get the Yankees out of a jam. We'll do the rate of play-by-play with JJ after the. Matter of fact, Callie, can you locate play-by-play with JJ's channel? Throw it in the chat with our usual hashtag Snowman Raid. Let's get a raid going. Dalton Varsho at the plate, lefty versus lefty. We're in the top of the third. Runners at first and second. Schneider with a double. Vladdy an intentional walk, and the pitch to Varsho is swung on and fouled out of play for strike 1. Varsho in his 6th season out of his hometown, Marshfield, Wisconsin. Only 5'8", but packs a punch at 207 pounds. 0-1 the count. And the pitch. High, 1 ball, 1 strike. 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and the fish weren't biting. Play-by-play with JJ. That's the name of the channel. I'm going to have Callie in charge of the raids from now on, since my computer won't act right at times. Next one, swinging a little looper headed towards center field, and caught! No, he dropped it! He dropped it! Schneider's headed home. Guerrero safe at second. They throw to the plate. Schneider scores 3-1 Toronto. Oh, baby. How worse can it be for the New York Yankees? Wow. Cody Bellinger had it go off the lip of his glove. Schneider had to wait. Then he realized he was too far off of second base, tried to get back, realized he dropped it, and then raced home with the third run of the game. They give him a single on that. So here is Ernie Clement, who is 1 for 1 with a single of his own, infield single. Swing and a miss on a fastball, and the count's 0-1. Now a chance for Toronto to really bust this thing open. Yes, the Cincinnati Bengals do have 2 Joes, Joe Burrow and now Joe Flacco. But how good was Joe Flacco? Oh, boy, I slipped. Next one, swinging a pop-up behind the plate, out of play, and the count's 0-2. How good is Joe Flacco going to be with the Bengals? Too many B's in that sentence. Top of the third, 1 out, 1 in. And that The look they just showed right there, Jazz Chisholm yawning. That should tell you about this Yankee postseason. And Rodon steps off the rubber. Clement waits. Rodon now comes set at the belt, looks at second. And the pitch on the way is swung on and drilled to deep left. Bellinger looking to chase it down, but it's foul. Oh, boy. The Yankees just caught a break. What's going on, Pizzle? There is a Jazz Chisholm meme waiting to be made, and I will make it. I'll try to make it tomorrow. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Base hit in the left field. Guerrero making the turnaround third, headed for home. The throw coming to the plate. He is safe. And it's 4-1 Blue Jays. Oh, baby. It is 4-1, and the boos are raining down, and activity now in the Yankee bullpen. There's our channel in the chat, folks. Let's go Ray JJ. Show him some love tonight because he's doing the same game I am. But I love the kid. I love what he's done with his channel. And we're going to go show him some love tonight. Second and third and one out, and Rodon gets a good talking to. So a pair of runs in for the Blue Jays here in the top of the third. One out, runners at second and third. Anthony Santander 0 for 1 on the night. Stands in. And the pitch. Strike call on the inside corner. The count's 0-1. Thank you, Callie, so much for setting that rate up. Really appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Guerrero beat that by a mile. 0-1 pitch. Low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Santander hit a $175 in the regular season, 6 homers, 18 RBIs. He popped out in the second. He bats here in the third with Toronto up 4-1. Next one, breaking ball strike, and the count's 0-2 or 1-2. I'm getting my rhythm back. We are going to bring back Monday Night Baseball next year, and I've decided I'm not going to concentrate on one team. We're just going to do Monday Night Baseball just like they did on ABC way back in the 70s and 80s. The starters have only pitched 8 innings in this series for the Yankees. Next one, swinging a bouncer, foul. Count stays where it is at 1-2. Santander trying to blow this thing open. You got 2 in scoring position with only 1 out. We're in the top of the third. David Popkins, the hitting coach. And the pitch to Santander is swung on and fouled and out of play. Count stays where it is. What can you say about these Blue Jays? They have been hustling, man, and I love it. I love it. Just close these Yankees out tonight. 1-2 to Santander. Rodon sets, kicks, deals. High 2-2. This may be the final hitter for Carlos Rodon. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do with every game that I call. I'm going to set up a couple commercial, setting up commercial breaks where they're like 100 seconds. And then with football and basketball, when it reaches halftime, an extended break. Next one, swinging a high fly ball down the right field line, twisting, foul, and out of play. Carlos Rodon has thrown 66 pitches to date. And they didn't even want to mess with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Anthony Santander, the former Baltimore Oriole. 2-2 the count. 1 down, top of the 3rd. And the pitch on the way, a swing and a smash. Base hit to right field. That'll bring home a pair. In comes Varsho. Second runner headed home. He scores. 6-1 Blue Jays. Wow. And that is all. And now you're home. Bow to your partner. Bow to the bullpen across the hall. And that is all. That is all for Carlos Rodon. He goes 2 1/3, gives up 6 runs, all earned, and he is responsible for Anthony Santander. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The Blue Jays are cooking, and we got a pitching change. We'll come back in 100 seconds. 6-1 Blue Jays. This pitching change brought to you by Wanna Parlay, the world's richest parlay. We're back in 100 seconds. This is the American League Division Series on Snowman Sportsnet.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Dear New York Yankees, your time is running out as Carlos Rodon was given a tiger uppercut out of this game, and it all started with a home run from Vladdy Guerrero Jr. That got the night started. They picked up a pair. They picked up 4 here in the 3rd, and the Blue Jays just keep on cooking. And the first pitch from Fernando Cruz out of the bullpen is a ball, and the count's 1-0. 3-4 record with a 3.56 ERA for the right-hander. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Barger, and that's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Addison Barger, 243, 21 homers. He's driven in 74. Though I am tempted to cover these Blue Jays next year. See what kind of an audience I can get from across the border. Next one, low, 2-1. What do you think, Callie? Should I go for it and cover the Blue Jays next year? I'm asking all these questions because there's so much that I want to get right. Next one, swinging a foul out of play, and the count's even 2-2. Victor says, as a former pitcher, it is tough to see another pitcher never really get out of the starting blocks. It is. Oh, look at this. Spike Lee is in the house. Has the look on his face, seeing the Yankees get bombed the same way when the Knicks get bombed by Reggie Miller or Tyrese Halliburton. 2-2 the count to Addison Barger. The pitch, way outside with a splitter. And the count's now 3-1. How about another home run? Just to rub it in their face. But as Dave Sims says best, pour it on, boys. Pour it on. All hands on deck for the New York Yankees. They're down 2-0. Next one, swing and a miss. So Barger strikes out on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. And there's 2 down in the inning. So Jimenez comes up to the plate. He takes a splitter upstairs for a ball. And the count is 1-0. 4 runs in for the Blue Jays on 4 hits. An intentional walk worked in there as well. 1-0 pitch. Swing a grounder to second. Chisholm up with it. Toss to first in time. Inning over, and the boos cascade down from Yankee Stadium as the Blue Jays get 4 on 4 hits. No errors. They leave 1. We go to the bottom of the third. It's all Blue Jays. They're in flight, leading 6-1. This is the 2025 American League Division Series on Snowman Sportsnet.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crown they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mom was always very self-sufficient. But we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Top of the order in the bottom of the third, due up for the New York Yankees, who find themselves trailing now 6-1. Excuse me. Yes, it is 6-1. Y'all are seeing me put a ticker up here. Ah, dang it. Okay. I don't know how to do this. Yes, I do. There we go. There we go. All right. So there's that. There's the ticker I'm looking for. And I still messed it up. Dag nabbit. Seattle leads Detroit 5-0 in game 3 of that division series. Five to 1. Seattle leads. They're in the bottom of the 7th inning in Detroit. Trent Grisham down 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here in the bottom of the 3rd, Shane Bieber still going for the Toronto Blue Jays as they look to close things out tonight. From the windup, the 1-2 to Trent outside with a changeup, and the count's even 2-2. Kind of a waste pitch for the right-hander. Indiana leads Minnesota 61-53 in NBA preseason hoops. Next one, tried to frame it, didn't get the call with a knuckle curve. And the count is now full to Trent Grisham at 3-2. 6-1 Toronto here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Grisham 0 for 1 on the evening. 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Toronto. A run on 2 hits, no errors for the Yankees. So after winning the wild card series, the Yankees ran into the hottest team in the American League and the Toronto Blue Jays. Now what? Now what? I think they're challenging if that's a swing, and that is not a swing. Current 3-2 count now on Trent Grisham. Now you see a lot of catchers wearing the wristband with all the plays, just like the quarterback does in football. I think they're challenging if this is a strike. Three and two. And Aaron Boone is upset. He might get tossed tonight, folks. Oh, the challenge was, I think the challenge was if the pitch hit him or not, and it clearly didn't. Here's the payoff, a swing and a foul. We'll do it again. So what's new? Aaron Boone's not happy with a call. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Trent Grisham. What do you all think? If the Yankees lose tonight, is this the end of the Aaron Boone era? A swing and a drive into right field, that's fair. That'll be up against the wall. Santander retrieves it, rifles it into second, and Trent Grisham leads off the bottom of the 3rd with a double. And boy, do the Yankees need that. Here's our question of the inning. Should the Yankees lose tonight, is this it for Aaron Boone? Napoleon says, I'm thinking Boone's done. What do you guys think? Is this it for Aaron Boone? Should he lose tonight? Here's Aaron Judge to the plate, who is 0 for 1, and he swings and fouls one out of play on a slider for strike 1. A look to second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Or he fouled it off. And the count is 0-2. Shane Bieber still throwing. 37 pitches to date. $19 at-bats, no home runs in the postseason for Aaron Judge this postseason. 0-2. Missed it. Counts 1-2. Judge is 1 for 1 on the night with a single. Farmer 420 says he's done like dinner. I do not see him back without some sort of victory. I agree. Next one. And that gets away from Kirk. And headed to third is Trent Grisham. Finn is with us. What's up, Finn? He says, do you have any tips for me? I'm trying to start a sports radio show. Yeah, I got a lot of tips for you. When would you like to start your show? And are you concentrating on one sport, or are you going to do what we do at Snowman in the Morning and try to cover them all? Bieber will work from the stretch with a runner at third and nobody out. And the pitch, a swing and a rope down the left field line. That's fair. Back-to-back doubles will get a run home for the Yankees. Judge pulls into second with a sliding double, and it's now 6-2. That ball was roped down the left field line. So back-to-back doubles begin the inning for the Yankees as they try to make their way back into the game and try to get these Yankee fans to make some noise. Here's the first pitch to Cody Bellinger, and that is a strike, and the count's 0-1. Cody Bellinger flew out in the first inning. 6-2 our score, bottom of the third, nobody out, and Bellinger asks for time. You know what I do, Finn? I started from a sport that I not only grew up watching, but fell in love with playing. And Bellinger fouls one out of play. And the count's 0-1. Still a lot of ball to play that cannot take their foot off the gas. Absolutely. Not with this Blue Jay offense. Toronto leads 2-0. They're up 6-2 here in the bottom of the third. As Shane Bieber comes set, looks at second, and the pitch. A swing and a little looper headed towards center. Varsho coming. Can't get there. Rounding third and stopping at third is Aaron Judge. So runners at the corners with nobody out, and the Yankees are starting to rally. Finn says, I'm planning to do everything and aiming to start within a week or sooner. Right now, I just have a PC and a headset with a mic. That's kind of how I got started. Well, I will tell you, StreamYard is the streaming service that I use to air my shows. So the Yankees have nobody out, a run in, and runners at the corners. Judge at third, Bellinger at first, and now it's Shane Bieber getting a talking to on the mound, and this may be his final inning. He was cruising right along. The Toronto Blue Jays put up 4 in the top of this inning, and now the Yankees have gotten one of them back. So let's see if Shane Bieber can wiggle out of this one. And now there will be some activity in the Toronto Blue Jay bullpen as Fluharty has gotten up to throw. Ben Rice at the plate. He takes a strike right down the middle. The count's 0-1. 3 hits in the inning for the Yankees, a run home, a pair of doubles, and a single. Ben Rice 0 for 1. He reached on an error back in the first inning. That should have ended the inning, but it led to an unearned run. The pitch, swinging a bouncing ball to first. Guerrero looking, comes home, and now they have Judge in a rundown. take care of business with this rundown, and Guerrero will put the tag on Aaron Judge. Bellinger winds up at third. And now there's 2 down in the inning. I beg your pardon. 1 down in the inning. 1 down in the inning. I inadvertently said 2. Great job by the Blue Jays executing that rundown. Finn, I'll tell you what. Any questions you have to get started, drop me an email at snowmanmultimedia@gmail.com. Yeah, what was Judge thinking? 1 out, a pair on for Giancarlo Stanton, and the pitch to Giancarlo is swung on and popped out of play to the right for strike 1. Double play remains in order for the Blue Jays. A run home on 3 hits. Giancarlo delivered an RBI single back in the first, and that was the first run for New York. One 0 pitch, swing and a miss. And the count is now 0-2. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the third, Yankees trail 6-2, but they have one of their powerful hitters at the plate. Bieber kicks and deals. A swing and a drive into center field. Varsho racing back in front of the wall, and he makes the catch. That'll get Bellinger to trot home. And it's now 6-3 in favor of the Blue Jays. Boy, oh boy, Stanton gave that a long ride. But it results in a very long out, but a run home. I agree with Farmer 420. The Jays have got to shut the Yankees down and get as much rest as possible. If you're Toronto, you do not want to see a game 4 or 5. Jazz Chisholm at the plate, 0 for 1 on the night. Here's the pitch. Swinging a bouncer foul, right side for strike 1. Chisholm with a fly out in his first appearance, hitting 176 in the postseason. No homers, no RBIs. 0-1 the count to Chisholm with a runner at first and 2 down in the inning. The pitch on the way is a ball outside with a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think this is the last inning for Shane Bieber. He's thrown 50 pitches to this juncture. I think this is it for him. You want to use your bullpen and get as much rest as possible because the Tigers and the Mariners are definitely going to play a game 4. Next one, wide, 2-1. Came at him with a fastball. The Yankees are a darn good hiring team, and they do have the arms to make it hard on any team. Yeah, they do. Next one is a ball, 3-1 to Jazz Chisholm. Ryan McMahon would be next. So far, Grisham has a hit, Bellinger has a hit, and Judge has 2 hits, and Stanton with 1 hit. 5 hits now for the Yankees. Next one is ball 4. So now you have runners at first and second again. And Ryan McMahon indeed will come to the plate. That was right at the top of the corner, but Bieber didn't get the call. Bang! So that's one more hitter now, and John Schneider coming out for the Blue Jays. And he'll make the move. So we have a pitching change for the Blue Jays as Bieber goes 2 2/3, gives up 3 runs. He's responsible for the 2 runners on base. So now let's see how the Blue Jays respond. They lead 6-3, but we have a pitching change. We're back in 100 seconds. From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick, this is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years of fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got, game-winning interception, first down, just a nice solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
All right, the Blue Jays have made a pitching change. And they will bring in a lefty, Mason Fluharty, with a 5-2 record. He went a third of an inning in game number 2. So the Yankees trying to continue their rally. They have runners at first and second, with 2 out and 2 in. 4 hits in the inning for the Yankees. Fluharty's pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-1 on a cutter. That's a nasty cutter. Ahmed Rosario pinch hitting. He hit 276 during the regular season. 0-1 the count. Rosario hitting for Ryan McMahon. And the next one, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. Rosario does represent the tying run. Fluharty comes set, takes a deep breath from the belt, and the 2-2. A breaking ball upstairs with a cutter, and the count's 1-2. Scores, Farmer says, if you can get them down and out, score as many runs as possible. Absolutely. Arku, one of our regulars. I wonder why the Yankees are in the postseason. 1-2 pitch, swinging a pop-up behind the plate. Alejandro Kirk off with the mask. Got it. Inning over. Yankees get a pair on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave a pair. Phew. We're done with 3. A third of the way through the ball game. I'll answer Arku's comment when you all get back. Your score at the end of 3. Blue Jays 6, Yankees 3. This is the 2025 American League Division Series on Snowman Sportsnet.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete!
Join these 2 football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan.
To the fourth inning we go, and George Springer will lead things off for the Toronto Blue Jays. Welcome back. Brian Snow here with you. And yes, I'm doing this the old school style where I introduce myself so people will know who I am. Arku laid a comment to me, a couple of them actually. He says, I wonder why the Yankees are in the postseason. I'm wondering that also. The Red Sox could have beaten them, yeah, if their bats were alive and if their pitching would have stuck together. 23 runs in 2 games, not too shabby, of course. See, quick trend that I've noticed so far, every time the Blue Jays have scored, the Yankees have put up half of that. We start the fourth with George Springer taking a strike from Fernando Cruz, and the count is 0-1. Colorado Avalanche and the Los Angeles Kings going later. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Swinging a foul out of play by Springer. And the count's 0-2. No, they don't need to interview the managers during the game. Springer is 0-2, a strikeout and a pop-out. Ahmed Rosario takes over for Ryan McMahon at third base. 0-2 to Springer. Inside with a fastball, and the count's 1-2. Best month of sports yet. I agree, man. I agree. So I'm going to be quite busy. More activity now in the Yankee bullpen as it's all hands on deck. 0-2 to Springer. Swing and a miss. Springer's gone via strikeout for the second time tonight. So Springer is now 0-3. And there's 1 out in the fourth. Here is Dalton Schneider. Or Davis Schneider. Why did I say Dalton Schneider? Davis Schneider, right-hander at the plate. Kicking the pitch. Swinging a foul out of play for strike 1. And Schneider 1 for 1 on the evening. He singled ahead of Vladimir Guerrero's 2-run blast into the Blue Jay bullpen in the first. You make a reliever like this and Fernando Cruz throw pitches. The 0-1 high and wide. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cruz has thrown 14 pitches to date. This is their first reliever coming out of the bullpen, so you want to make him throw a lot of pitches. Do not help him out. 1-1 the count. Blue Jays 6, Yankees 3, top of the fourth inning with 1 out, nobody on. Cruz from the set position, kicks and deals, a swing and a bouncer foul off the plate. Came at him with a Snyder, and the count's 1-2. Schneider has walked, doubled, scored twice. He walked ahead of Vladimir Guerrero's home run, and he doubled in that 4-run third. 1-2 the count. The pitch on the way. Swinging a foul off to the right. We'll do it again. Schneider had his pitch. Had a fastball on the outside corner. Didn't get it. Should these two teams play game 4, it'll be tomorrow, and we'll have it here on the channel for you. If not, we'll pay attention to the Phillies and the Dodgers. Next one, swing and a miss. Schneider is gone as he was corkscrewed into the ground on a slider. And there's 2 out in the top of the fourth. And here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who blasted a home run in game 1 and then a grand slam in game 2. And he opened the scoring tonight with a 2-run blast in game 3. You can't stop this kid. At least the Yankees haven't stopped him yet. And the last time he came up to the plate, they intentionally walked him. Like, I don't want no part of this. Bit of a delay on the field. Are they going to make a decision and walk him again? Guerrero was intentionally walked and scored in that 4-run third that put the Blue Jays up at the time 6-1. Arku says, look, I don't like the Niners, but you guys are looking like a solid team of what you guys went through. Thanks a lot. I still don't believe we won that game Thursday night, and now after 10 days off, and they get a couple of pieces back. Wait till, all I have to say is if they continue on the pace that they're on, wait until they get fully healthy, and the Rams come see us in week 10. But first things first, we have to take care of the Buccaneers, and they are no slouch. Vladdy Guerrero, the 8th player with a home run in each of his first 3 games in a best-of-5 series. Now we're ready for this power matchup. Cruz delivers. Low, ball 1. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. In case you just joined us, Vladimir Guerrero got the party started with a long 2-run home run into the Blue Jays bullpen. That started the party. 6-3 Toronto here in the top of the 4th. Cruz delivers again. A swing and a bouncer to third and through for a base hit in the left field. You can't get this guy out. Hit number 7 now for the Blue Jays. Now here comes Alejandro Kirk to the plate, who was 0 for 2 on the night. Boy, Alejandro Kirk would love to get in on the hit parade here. First 2 hitters, George Springer and Davis Schneider, both struck out. Guerrero gets a hit. And Fernando Cruz is going to pay for it. He's being pulled. So we have a break. We'll be back in 100 seconds and tell you about the new pitcher after this. From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick, this is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40-plus years a fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Brian Snow back here with you. 6-3 in favor of the Toronto Blue Jays as they bat here in the top of the fourth. And starting next Monday will be every Monday we'll have an episode of Diary of a Mad Snowman, as I do have a schedule now. And Wednesdays beginning in January, you're going to see the Brian Snow Show return, putting a lot of interviews together. Luis Gil pitched 2 2/3 in game 1. Max Fried got fried in game 2 and only pitched 3 innings. And Carlos Rodon, only 2 1/3 tonight. It's a bullpen game now as Camilo Doval comes in with a 4-3 record for the Yankees, as he will face Alejandro Kirk to start his night. So that's what I'm going to do, is make my commercial breaks no longer than 2 minutes. If I can keep them at 100 seconds, that would be great. The pitch to Kirk, slider strike, and the count's 0-1. Alejandro Kirk 0 for 2 on the evening. You would love to see him get a hit. Guerrero at first, 2 down here in the top of the fourth inning. Doval's pitch, low, another slider. Counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. A ground out and a line out for Alejandro Kirk. 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Jays. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Yankees. Toss to first, runner back. If you're the Blue Jays, you want to take care of the Yankees now. We're in the top of the fourth. 1 ball, 1 strike to Captain Kirk. Doval set at the belt. And the pitch, swing and a miss on a slider, and the count's 1-2. Another slider. He's thrown nothing but sliders to Alejandro Kirk. Alejandro Kirk, on the day they clinched the East, hit a grand slam against Tampa Bay. 1-2 the count. Now Kirk steps out. They're in the bottom of the ninth in Detroit. Tigers trailing. I missed the score. 1-2 to Kirk. And the pitch, swinging a bouncing ball to third. Wide of the bag. The long throw is in time. Picked beautifully. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the fourth, and the Yankees trail 6-3. This is the 2025 American League Division Series, and you're hearing it live on Snowman Sportsnet.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps,
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
Brian Stone back here with you in studio for the 2025 American League Division Series. It's Toronto 6 and the Yankees 3. The Blue Jays got off and running early with a 2 spot in the top of the first, courtesy of a 2-run homer by Vladdy Guerrero Jr., and then they just poured it on, tacked on 4 in the bottom of the third. Yankees got a run back in the first, and they got a pair back in the third, And that's where we stand right now. 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Blue Jays. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Yankees. And it's Volpe along with Wells and Grisham. So 8, 9, and 1 due up for the New York Yankees. Now, see, why are they showing a food commercial? Knowing how much I love food. And you know what they were showing? They were showing me the I just saw it, doggone it. The cheesesteak bites. Anthony Volpe will start things off against Matt Fluharty, and it's a ball upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Volpe 0 for 1 on the evening. This is a bullpen game for the remainder of the game. Fluharty sets, kicks, deals. A strike, and the count's even 1-1. Now what the heck's going on? One pitch, swinging a foul out of play, and the count's 1-2. Okay, everything's back to normal now. Yes, the Saquon Barkley Little Caesars commercial. The cheesesteak bites. What is you guys' favorite food when you watch your favorite sport? 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 1 up, 1 down in the 4th. Fluharty gets his first strikeout. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Mint Mobile, the official mobile carrier of Snowman Sportsnet. Austin Wells 0 for 1 at the plate. Fluharty deals, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-1 on a cutter. Napoleon says pizza and wings. Yeah, I have a strange choice. Considering the fact I love food, I have a strange choice. Sometimes, and Victor can confirm this, when I watch football, I have pancakes. Don't ask. 0-1, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2 on a sweeper. And that also holds true for baseball. Now, I have a funny story to share with you guys where Victor and I had pancakes after a baseball game. That happened. That did happen. 0-2 the count, 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 4th inning. But pizza and wings are not bad either. Next one, high, and the count's even 1-2. Arku, what's your favorite food when you're watching, say, the Oklahoma City Thunder? What's your food? Matter of fact, what's your favorite food when you're watching the Cowboys? Those are his favorite teams. That's why I'm asking. Next one, high, 2-2. I mean, with those early morning international NFL games, I can understand pancakes. I haven't made pancakes for my wife in a while. I think I'll do that this weekend. 2-2 outside. It counts full 3-2. I pretty much like different things. Do you have Arku, do you have like a go-to? Do you have a go-to when you're watching different sports? Sometimes for me, it's pasta because that's what my wife cooks. Payoff pitch, swinging a high fly ball into left. Barger racing over, and he dropped it in fair territory. Into second with a double is Trent Grisham. That ball took off on Addison Barger at the last minute. So Austin Wells ends up at second, and now Trent Grisham heads to the plate. Second error of the night for the Blue Jays. Oh, hi, Lucy. Thought I heard you coming over here. I thought he was going to squeeze it. I was at my cousin's for watching game 2 of the finals. We had wings. Oh, yeah, game 2, NBA World Championship. Second error of the night for the Blue Jays, and Trent Grisham takes one high and tight for ball 1 on a cutter. And the Blue Jays are getting more action in their bullpen. 1 out, 1 on. Second error of the night for the Blue Jays. The first one produced a run. Next one, swinging a pop-up foul out of play, and Trent Grisham keeps losing his helmet. Counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Grisham doubled in the third and scored a run. He's hitting 182 in the postseason. Fluharty looks at second and now comes set with a deep breath. And the pitch, high and tight. And the count's 2-1. This may be Fluharty's last batter. If you're the Blue Jays, you don't want to surrender a 3-run lead. It was 6-1 at one point until the bottom of the third, and the Yankees got 2 runs. The first run of the night was unearned. Next one, that's high and tight, 3-1. Do you go get him now? You just might have to. Three and one, 1 out, 1 on, courtesy of a 2-base error for Madison Barger. And the 3-1 pitch is ball 4. So now runners at first and second. Austin Wells at second. And Trent Grisham at first. And John Schneider is not even going to waste another batter on Fluharty. He's coming to get him. So the error by Addison Barger has put the Yankees in scoring position. Has put 2 of them in scoring position. And that'll lead us to a pitching change. We'll tell you about the new pitcher in 2 minutes on Snowman Sportsnet.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick, this is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years of fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Aaron Judge is due. He's 2 for 2 on the night with a run batted in, and he represents the tying run. Lewis Varland now steps in for the Blue Jays with a 4-3 record. 2 games in the postseason. He's pitched an inning and 2/3. He's allowed a hit, but no runs. But Toronto's in a jam. 1 out, 2 on. There should be 2 out, but an error started everything. That's grounded foul, a third for strike 1. See what trick John Schneider has up his sleeve. 1 strike to count to Aaron Judge. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on 100 miles an hour on a fastball, and the count's 0-2. Throw him another one. Throw him another one. Same velocity and everything. Give him another one at 100. Oh, and 2 the count, 1 out, 2 on. Yankees trail 6-3. They're trying to rally here in the 4th. 0-2, swinging a drive into deep left field, and that is gone off the foul pole. And we have a new game at 6. Aaron Judge, the sleeping giant, has awoken, and the Yankees have come all the way back from 6-1 down, and on a slider, Aaron Judge just cranked one off the foul pole. And you go back to that error by Addison Barger. And the Yankees are back in this series and back in this game 6 apiece. Wow. That ball was smoked. No, change that. That ball was destroyed. And now Bellinger lifts one into left center field. Davis Schneider under it. He makes the catch. 2 down in the inning. And Aaron Judge did what an MVP is supposed to do. He took a pitch that was coming inside on him and made him pay. A big error leads to 3 unearned runs. Judge waited for the ball to stay fair. It did. It clanged off the foul pole. And we have a new game at 6. Ben Rice at the plate, 0 for 2 on the night. And boy, did Aaron Judge need that. His 17th home run in Yankees postseason history. Bernie Williams leads with 22. That's a ball with a changeup at 95, and the count's even 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-6 tie here in the 4th inning. That's all right. If you're Toronto, you got 5 swings left in this ball game. Next one, swing and a miss. And the count's 1-2 to Ben Rice. Man, oh man. One mistake too many, and the Blue Jays have made 2 errors in the game. Both errors led to runs, but it's only tied right now. Varland from the windup delivers, swinging a pop-up. Third base side, Barger giving chase, and that's out of play. Something like this can deflate a team or can rally them. Let's see what happens for the Blue Jays after seeing a 6-1 lead go by the boards. 3 runs home here in the 4th inning for the Yankees, and they have tied it up at 6 apiece. Next one is low. Counts now even at 2-2. And also a walk in this inning. And the error, as we're looking at by Addison Barger, led to this avalanche. 2-2, 2 out, nobody aboard, 3 runs home. Next one, high, and the count's full with a knuckle curve. And the count's full, 3-2. Napoleon says Bernie Williams. Now, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. I don't think a lot of us have, myself included. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. But the Yankees have stormed back. They trailed 6-1. They've scored 5 unanswered, including a mammoth 3-run home run from Aaron Judge, who waited to see if it was fair. It clanged off the foul pole in left field, and we are tied 6 apiece. We go to the 5th in 100 seconds. This is the 2025 American League Division Series on Snowman Sportsnet.
Drew Willingham,
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan.
Well, we got a brand new ball game, folks. Brian Snow back here with you. We have a new game, 6 apiece. As we head to the top of the 5th, it'll be Varsho, Clement, and Santander due up for the Blue Jays. They were cruising along, leading 6-1, and the Yankees have stormed all the way back, which means the recently retired John Sterling is waving his fist in the air, cheering on the Yankees from a distance. My buddy Dave Sims, who is the radio voice of the New York Yankees, is going berserk. We go to the bottom of the 5th, to the top of the 5th. I beg your pardon. And Dalton Varsho takes a strike, and the count's 0-1. And, of course, Aaron Judge was getting the hero's treatment when he trotted out to his position in right field to start the 5th. So the crowd's back in it. The Yankees are back in it. And the pitch to Varsho swung on and missed on a cutter at 99. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. A cutter at 99. Well, Blue Jays just need to rally. That's all. 0-2 pitch, low, 1-2. And they got to be patient at the plate now. They were flirting with fire, and they got boinked. They didn't get burned. They got boinked. 6-6 tie in the top of the 5th. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Dalton Varsho. 1-2 pitch. See you later. A slider at 100. Don't ask. This postseason, Aaron Judge has 11 hits as a postseason career high, 4 RBI tonight. That's a postseason career high, and 3 hits tonight. That ties a postseason career high. And it's the third one that gets a hold of you because he banged one off the foul pole. That's his 6th home run when facing elimination, tied for most all-time with Hall of Famer Big Papi David Ortiz. Ernie Clement at the plate. Takes a pitch outside for ball 1. A cutter at 99. A cutter at 99. Want to know the count. Duvall sets and delivers. Swinging a drive into deep left field. Left fielder racing back at the track of the wall, and it bounces off the wall. Clement headed into second with a 1-out double. Stand-up double. Their first hit in a while. So now the go-ahead run stands at second base for the Blue Jays. Good job by Clement catching up to that pitch and was able to drive it just short of the wall. Anthony Santander heads to the plate, and he'll bat left-handed. Switch hitter against Duvall takes a pitch outside for ball one. 88-mile-an-hour slider. Santander delivered a 2-run single in the third. He's 1 for 2 on the evening. One 0 pitch, swinging a foul out of play, and the count's even 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out. Duvall sets and delivers. Swinging a drive into right field and caught by Aaron Judge. Hang a star on that one. Clement races back to second, 2 down in the inning. Oh, boy. Aaron Judge has woken up. A sleeping giant for real. Napoleon says, I just researched when the Blue Jays were last in the World Series, 1993, which was their last win in the World Series, courtesy of Joe Carter's 3-run walk-off homer. Great catch by Aaron Judge. Applause for that one. Great catch by Aaron Judge. Man alive. And we got a pitching change. So I'm going to take a breather. There's 2 out in the top of the 5th inning in a 6-6 tie. We're back in 100 seconds.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
Six tie here in the top of the 5th inning. Brian Snow back here with you. Aaron Judge just laid out and made a terrific catch. Because if that gets by him, Ernie Clement scores and possibly Santander circles the bases. Each team 6 runs, Blue Jays 8 hits, Yankees 6. But 2 big errors by the Blue Jays have led to 4 unearned runs. Now Addison Barger facing the lefty, swings and misses, and the count's 0-1. Tim Hill is your new pitcher. 4-4 record with a 3.09 ERA. He pitched an inning and 2/3 so far in the postseason. The pitch to Barger. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Came at him with a sinker, and Hill is one of these kind of pitchers that scare me. Next one, swinging a bouncer foul, third base side, and the count's 1-2 because he's borderline a submarine pitcher, and the lower his arm angle, the more you don't know where the pitch is coming from. Now 40,000 plus on their feet at Yankee Stadium. 1-2, 2 down. Clement at second. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a bouncer foul behind the plate. We'll do it again. Yankees has some fight in them. Yes, they do. And the reason? Aaron Judge. Also, it was my birthday weekend, says Arku. Next one, low. And the count's even 2-2. Cousin ordered like 100 wings. Good grief. I was like, why are you doing that? We were all shocked. Kenneth Clark with this. Swing and a miss, inning over. So a 1-out double yields nothing for the Blue Jays, and now the Yankees coming back up with all the confidence in the world in a 6-6 tie. This is the 2025 American League Division Series on Snowman Sportsnet. We're back in 100.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Brian Snow back here with you. 6-6 tie, if you can believe it. Actually, I can because it's the playoffs. Oh, baby. I'm gonna check in tomorrow on the morning show, and I'm gonna go completely off. I'm gonna go completely off. Oh man, oh man! If you guys are loving the play-by-play, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join the channel as a member for as low as $2.99 per month. You can also join us on Patreon as well. Giancarlo Stanton will lead off the bottom of the 5th, and he takes a strike at 100 miles an hour, and the count's 0-1. Stanton has a single and a sacrifice fly. He's driven in a pair. Varland from the windup delivers the 0-1, way outside, again at 100 on a 4-seamer, and the count is 1-1. More activity in the Blue Jays bullpen. Fisher is now up and throwing, right-hander. Next one, low, a knuckle curve at 88. And the count is now 2-1. Two balls, a strike. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning. The Yankees are trying to rescue Rodon. Next one, way outside, another knuckle curve. And it's 3-1. Man, give him the heater. The heck with that. From the windup, the 3-1 pitch. Swinging a foul out of play. He did give him a heater, 100 miles an hour. Stanton able to get a piece of it, and the count's full 3-2. Planning on going more off the rails. Next one, swing and a miss. 1 up, 1 down in the 5th. Napoleon says, you planning on going more off the rails than that doggone train? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Cal Raleigh hits a 2-run home run for Seattle, and a Seattle fan caught it who was wearing Raleigh's jersey. And it's all Mariners in that game. Check at third, no swing, counts 1-0 to Jazz Chisholm. Kenneth Clark says, hey, my friend, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing good tonight. I'm doing good also. It's good to get back behind the mic to do some baseball. And after the knuckleball I was thrown today, it's good to get this. 1-0. Fouled off his foot, and the count's even 1-1. Ow. Blue Jays led 6-1, and then Aaron Judge says, I'll take care of that when they were trailing 6-3 and blasted a home run to left. And that's where we stand right now, 6 apiece in the bottom of the 5th. From the windup, here's the 1-1. Swinging a high drive into deep right field, and she is out. And the Yankees, for the first time in this series, have the lead. Jazz Chisholm has just given the Yankees a 7-6 lead. And he knew it when he dropped his bat. 409 feet to right field. I don't care how fast it was off the bat. I'm concerned, did it leave the yard? And in this case, it did leave the yard. And the Yankees have scored 6 unanswered runs, and they have the lead 7-6 in the bottom of the 5th. And so far, they have rescued Carlos Rodon, and Varland's night is complete. 2 home runs surrendered by Varland, 1 to Judge and 1 to Chisholm. Right there with a knuckle curve, and Chisholm knew it when he let it go. Pow! Now, I know he's got to be happy. So the Blue Jays will make a pitching change with 1 out in the 5th. Yankees now leading 7-6. We'll be back after this.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick, this is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years a fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Seven to 6 Yankees here in the bottom of the 5th inning with 1 out. Jazz Chisholm blasted a home run. The Yankees have scored in 3 straight innings. 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, and 1 here in the 5th, along with the 1 run they scored in the 1st. And Brayton Fisher now steps in for the Blue Jays with a 7-0 record, and that is roped down the left field line by Ahmed Rosario. He'll pull in the second with a stand-up double, and I think the Yankees are a little angry. They now have 9 hits in the ball game. Maybe let Shane do a NASCAR updates for us racing fans. That's in the works, Kenneth. That's in the works. Oh, baby, that was rocked. Well, earlier in the night, Arku asked, why are the Yankees in the playoffs? I think we're seeing our answer. Anthony Volpe now at the dish. 1 out, 1 on. 7-6 Yankees in the 5th. Here's the pitch. Strike call, and the count's 0-1 on a slider. Anthony Volpe is 0 for 2, struck out twice, hitting .238 in the postseason. Next one is low and outside, and the count's even 1-1. Been a couple of walks in this game, too, that have hurt. Yankees have hit 2 home runs tonight in back-to-back innings. Judge and now Chisholm. 1-1 the count with 1 out, runner at second, Ahmed Rosario. And the pitch on the way is a strike, and the count's 1-2. If you're the Blue Jays, you just want to get through this inning trailing only by 1, knowing you have the offense to get back in it. One and two, the count with 1 out. The pitch on the way is low and outside, and the count's even 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is low, and the count's full 3-2. And this is where the Blue Jays have gotten in trouble tonight. Every time they get ahead of a hitter, almost every time they've gotten ahead of a hitter, 0-2, they start nibbling, and it costs them. Austin Wells would be next for the Yankees. Three and two, 1 out, runner at second, and Ahmed Rosario. Payoff pitch is driven foul to the right by Volpe. Count stays where it is at 3-2. Doggone it. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Brayton Fisher comes set at the belt, beg your pardon. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss. And there's 2 down in the inning as Volpe is gone. So now 2 down in the inning to Austin Wells. Seen comebacks before by the Blue Jays. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul on a curveball. And the count's 0-1. So Kenneth Clark's suggestion, maybe let Shane do NASCAR updates for us racing fans. That's in the works. Trust me when I tell you that's in the works. Scoreboard update coming next inning. Next one. Did he go? The answer is no. And the count is now even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Brayton Fisher on the mound for the Blue Jays in a game that Shane Bieber started, went 3 full, gave up 3 runs. Next one, swing and a miss on a curveball, and the count is 1-2. James Houlihan is with us. Says, let's go Yankees, beat Toronto. James, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share this with your friends. Let's get fans from both teams in. The Yankees have come all the way back from 6-1 down. They now lead 7-6 here in the bottom of the 5th. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Austin Wells with 2 out in the 5th. Jazz Chisholm with a solo homer to put the Yankees in front. Ahmed Rosario at second with a 1-out double. Next one, swinging a bouncing ball through for a base hit in the right. Rosario will make the turn and come on down. And the Yankees now lead 8-6. They'll throw to second to try to get Austin Wells. They did get him, inning over, but the run will count. So the Yankees get a pair on 3 hits, and they leave nobody. Or do they? Are they going to challenge this? Because Wells is staying at second base. And he is I think he's out because he lost contact with the bag. So the Yankees get a pair in the 5th. And we're done with 5, and it's all Yankees right now. They lead this game 8-6. We're back in 100 seconds.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these 2 football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan.
Eight to 6, New York, as we head to the top of the 6th inning. I'm going to try something here. Hold on a minute. Ah, dang it. They moved it. They moved it. All right, we're headed to the top of the 6th. Jimenez will start things off by taking a ball inside for ball 1. 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Yankees, 6 runs, 9 hits, and 2 big errors for the Blue Jays. First inning and first time the Yankees have led. There's a strike, and the count's even 1-1. Jimenez is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning. He hit .210 on the year. Tim Hill on the mound for the Yankees. And the pitch on the way, a slapped foul out of play to the left. But give the Yankees credit for fighting back in this game. Devin Williams now up and throwing in the Yankee bullpen. How are the Yankees leading? Aaron bleeping Judge for 1, and then Jazz bleeping Chisholm for another. That is roped down the right field line, but Aaron Judge comes in to make the catch. 1 out in the 6th. And Victor, also to answer your question, the Blue Jays have committed 2 errors. The error they committed in the 4th led to a 3-run homer because Addison Barger dropped a pop fly, which should have been the 2nd out of the inning. Now it's the top of the order, and George Springer, who's 0 for 3, and he takes the ball, 1 ball, no strikes, on a sinker from Tim Hill. Springer has struck out twice. Hill sets, kicks, deals. Wide, 2-0 with another slider. Two balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul down the right field line. Counts 2-1. Mariners win earlier tonight. And they lead that division series 2-1. National League Division Series tomorrow. Next one. Strike called on the inside corner. Count is 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, one out. And the pitch to Springer is swung on and bounced to short. Toss to first is in time. 2 down in the 6th. Boy, I want to tell you something. When you wake up Aaron Judge, you wake up this entire Yankee lineup. I don't want to talk about LeBron James's announcement today. It turns out it was a fraud. Davis Schneider 1 for 2, a walk, a double, and a pair of runs scored. The Sports Nuts is with us. We're in the top of the 6th with 2 out. Yankees leading 8-6. And the pitch, swing and a high fly ball into left. Cody Bellinger circling under it. Got it. Inning over. And for the first time tonight, the Blue Jays go up and out in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. To the bottom of the 6th. Yankees lead 8-6. Back in 100.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick. This is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years a fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
It's the American League Division Series Game 3, and Brian Snow is here with you. And the Yankees have come all the way back from 6-1 down. They lead now 8-6. I'm tempted to do the Brewers-Cubs game tomorrow night. Tempted, that is. Let's do a raid, shall we? Let's raid CeeLo. Oh, I may not have done it right. Doggone it. All right, let me try this again. 8 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Yankees. 6 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Blue Jays, who lead this series 2-0. Brendan Little now on for the Blue Jays. He has he had a 4-2 record during the regular season. Trent Grisham now steps to the plate. To start off the bottom of the 6th, and Little's pitch is a strike, and the count's 0-1. Aaron Judge will bat this inning. He's due up third. Oh boy. 0-1 pitch, outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Okay. So now that I got the link that I want, we're going to do some rating. Let's go raid CeeLo with a snowman raid, shall we? 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2. Oh, Kenneth got the link already in the chat. Cool. Oops. Snowman raid. Doggone it. Let's show CeeLo some love with a snowman raid. Let's go get him. Let's go raid him and show him some love. 1-2 the count to Trent Grisham. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the 6th inning. And the Jays are running out of time. 1-2. Swinging a drive into center field. Dalton Varsho is under it. He backs up and makes the catch. 1 out in the 6th inning. .373 feet on Aaron Judge's home run. Man, on that pitch that Varland threw, Aaron Judge was able to get around to it and yanked it out to left. Next one, drive to right and down for a base hit. Bellinger will make the turn. Oh, that's Judge, I beg your pardon, who will go all the way to third. Well, here's what they intentionally walked Judge to get to Bellinger. They walked Judge to get to Bellinger, and Bellinger just ripped a double in the right. Doggone it. So Aaron Judge picked up an intentional walk, just like Vladdy Guerrero did. Santander missed a fly ball, turns into a double. And with a 1 out is Ben Rice. That's outside for ball 1, and the Yankees are starting to run away. Most runs they have scored in this series. Well, yeah, most runs they have scored in this series. They scored a grand total of 8. Coming into this game, they have 8 right now. Next one is outside, 2-0 to Ben Rice. Hitting .222 in the postseason. He's 0 for 3, but reached on an error in the first and later scored. Little from the set. Looks at second. Here she comes. A swing, a high fly ball into deep right field. Back under it is Santander. He'll make the catch. Aaron Judge will trot home. And it's now 9-6 New York. So the Yankees offense has awakened, and the Blue Jays need to remember this should we need that information tomorrow. And just as I say that, it looks like we will need this for game 4 and possibly 5. And another pitching change. So we'll take a couple of minutes and we'll let you know who the new pitcher is after these.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crown they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
We're in the midst of a pitching change as Toronto is going to empty out their bullpen. Their offense has been silenced since the third inning when they led 6-1. It's been all Yankees since then. They've scored 8 unanswered runs. They lead this game now 9-6. Mariners Tigers game 4 tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern presents the Brewers and the Cubs, Blue Jays and Yankees, which looking like it's going to a game 4. That'll be at 8, and then Philadelphia and the Dodgers will finish off the night. Yariel Rodriguez, making his first postseason appearance, will face Giancarlo Stanton, and he delivers a strike, and the count's 0-1. 2 out, a run in. Yankees 9, Toronto 6. Since the third inning, the Yankees offense is 8 for 17 with 2 homers and 8 runs. The 0-1 to Giancarlo is tapped out in front of the plate. Alejandro Kirk throws a bullet to first, steps on the bag in time, inning over. Another run on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 1. Yankees have 10 hits, 9 of them since the third inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Blue Jays running out of outs. They trail 9-6. This is the 2025 American League Division Series, and you're hearing it live on Snowman Sportsnet.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crown they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
All Yankees, my friends. Brian Snow back here with you as we head to the top of the 7th. And I'm running out of gas, to be honest. But I just took a sip of sweet tea, I coupled it with some water, and ready to take you through the rest of the game tonight. Hold on a minute. Okay. We had some good numbers tonight. 16 watching right now. Yankees have scored in 4 straight innings. The Blue Jays have not scored since the 3rd. Paul Goldschmidt now in. He'll play first. Jose Caballero will come in and play 3rd. And Devin Williams, with a 4-6 record, will pitch for the Yankees. He delivers to Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and he delivers a strike, and the count's 0-1. Guerrero 2 for 2. A single and a mammoth 2-run homer that started the game. 0-1 to Vladdy. Upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm going to take these off here. I'm working solo tonight, so I can take the headset off. 1-1, high and tight, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. We're in the top of the 7th. 9-6, Yankees lead as they look to force a game 4 tomorrow. And the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a foul out of play by Guerrero, who hasn't had to swing for a while. And you're right, Napoleon. Toronto needs to wake up if they want to avoid a game 4. But Blue Jay fans are probably thinking they're in distress. Next one, way outside with a changeup. And the count's full to Vladdy, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Williams sets. Here's the pitch. A swing and a little pop-up behind second base, and it's Chisholm with the shortstop running into him, who makes the catch. Shortstop in Anthony Volpe, and there's 1 out in the 7th. The Blue Jays have 49 comeback wins this year, most in the majors. They have a 24% chance to score 3+ runs the rest of the game. Here's Alejandro Kirk. See if we can get a rally started right now with the captain. 1 out, nobody on, and the pitch from Williams right down the middle for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Captain Kirk is 0 for 3 this evening. Saturday is a big one in college football for us at noon. 0-1 is grounded foul, third base side, and the count is 0-2 to Alejandro Kirk, who has been shut out in terms of hits tonight. Saturday, a big one in college football for us here on the channel, as we will provide coverage of Ohio State and Illinois. Illinois gets a shot at the champs on Saturday at noon Eastern. The 0-2 to Kirk. High 1-2 with a fastball. That's right. Illinois will be hosting the reigning, undisputed, defending national champions on Saturday, and we're going to be here to call it. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a pop-up foul out of play. Kirk tried to really give that a drive, but it pops out of play, and the count remains where it is at 1-2. Yes, Napoleon, the Ohio State University, the defending national champions, will take on the Eel Saturday in Champaign, Illinois. And I'm going to do it. Here's the pitch. Swinging a bouncer foul as Kirk had to go down to get that one. Dalton Varsho would be next. Williams sets. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul again. Nope, that's driven to right. Back in front of the wall. Grisham makes the catch. And there's 2 down in the 7th inning. Kirk gave it a ride, but Grisham ran it down. Now Dalton Varsho steps to the plate. With 2 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Blue Jays again, the most comeback wins in the majors with 49. Williams from the set position against Varsho comes home. And that is slashed foul out of play to the left for strike 1. Varsho 1 for 3, singled in the 3rd, and scored that same inning. He hit .238 during the regular season. Aaron Judge has flipped this game on its head. So have 2 Blue Jay errors. Swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And they're standing and roaring at Yankee Stadium. Remember, the Yankees have come back before from 2-0 deficits in the division series. 2017 against Cleveland. 0-2 pitch. High and tight. 1-2. They have come back before, the Yankees have. As I just mentioned, 2017 against Cleveland. They were down 0-2, went home, won 2 straight, and then won Game 5 in Cleveland. Next one, swing and a miss, inning over. Blue Jays go up and out in order for the 2nd straight inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Time to stretch. Go to the bottom of the 7th. Blue Jays trail the Yankees 9-6. As the Yankees come to bat in the bottom of the 7th. This is the 2025 American League Division Series, and you're hearing it live on Snowman Sportsnet and Snowman Multimedia.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these 2 football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan.
Back inside the Snowman Sportsnet Broadcast Center, Brian Snow here with you as we continue to celebrate our 30th year of play-by-play on Snowman Multimedia. And thank you for joining us in our year-long celebration. It's 9-6 Yankees. They're going to the bottom of the 7th in the 2025 American League Division Series. The other good game to do is one I will do, and that's Oregon and Indiana. So our focus will be on the Big Ten on Saturday. Can Indiana keep up with that fast break, high-powered offense of the Oregon Ducks? If you all want me to cover both games, put a 1 in the chat for me. Put these back on. If you guys want me to cover both games, Ohio State, Illinois at noon, and then Oregon, Indiana at 3:30, let me know in the chat by putting a 1 down there. Bottom of the seventh inning, Austin Wells will lead things off for the New York Yankees. Chisholm has hit the go-ahead home run. He stands to get the game-winning RBI credited to him. Guerrero, the first Blue Jay in team history with three straight home runs in 3 straight games, but it's the big man, Aaron Judge, who has postseason career highs tonight with 11 hits in a series, 4 RBI and 3 hits. 3 hits tie for a postseason high. All right, we're ready to go to the bottom of the seventh. 9-1-2 due for the Yankees. Wells, Grisham, and Aaron Judge. Oh boy, we get to see Aaron Judge again. Judge flipped this game around with a 3-run homer in the fourth to tie the game at 6, and then Jazz Chisholm hit a go-ahead home run. But the biggest factor of the night have been 2 big Blue Jay errors and 3 total misplays. Because remember, Anthony Santander misplayed a fly ball, which led to more runs. And new pitcher for the Blue Jays. Jazz Chisholm will lead things off in the bottom of the seventh, as Chisholm takes a strike and the count's 0-1 from Rodriguez. Chisholm flied out to left, walked, and homered to right. So officially he's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike to Jazz Chisholm. One ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the 7th inning. And the pitch on the way is low, 2-1. A splitter from Rodriguez. Two and 1 the count to Jazz Chisholm. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count is now even at 2-2, and Chisholm lost his helmet. Last time the Blue Jays were in the postseason, 3 years ago, they had a big lead against Seattle in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series and wound up losing that 10-9. They led 8-1 in that game. 2-2. Swinging a little looper headed toward left. Underrated Schneider. Got it. 1 down in the 7th. What if Toronto and Seattle got through to the ALCS? And that's a best of 7. Both places are going to be rocking. But for that to happen, should we see a Game 4 tomorrow, the Blue Jays need to take care of business. Because the last thing you want to do if you're the Blue Jays is have a Game 5 forced on you. Less rest. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. And it's ball 1 to Paul. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out. Goldschmidt at the plate. Rodriguez is your pitcher. He sets at the belt. And the pitch. Swinging a slash foul to the right, and the count's even 1-1 strike. You know what I've learned not to do is not to eat late. Mariners will try to close out the Tigers tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. Might just have to put the headset on for that game. 1-1 pitch, swinging a ground ball headed to third. Barger up with it, long toss across the first, dug out by Guerrero beautifully, 2 down in the 7th. In the last 4 innings, the Blue Jays have not been able to retire the Yankees in order, and they've scored in all of them. (9-6) Yankees, bottom of the 7th. And a lefty throwing for Toronto in the bullpen. The pitch to Volpe is a ball with a slider. 1 ball, no strikes. Volpe 0 for 3 has struck out all 3 times he's been to the plate. Rodriguez, the right-hander, sets. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's even 1 ball, 1 strike. I can't wait to hear all the New York stations tomorrow and how excited they'll be. Next one, low, 2-1. 2 down, bottom of the 7th. Blue Jays are looking for their first 1-2-3 inning since the 2nd. They've scored in the last 4 innings the Yankees have. That's inside, 3-1 to Anthony Volpe. Austin Wells would be next. Here she comes. Swinging a ground ball to third. Grabbed up by Barger. Tossed to first. In time, inning over. And for the first time since the 2nd, the Yankees go up and out in order. 1, 2, 3 go the Yankees. We go to the 8th. Blue Jays have 6 outs to work with, but they trail 9-6. This is the 2025 American League Division Series, and you're hearing it live on Snowman Sports Net.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick, this is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years of fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sports Net. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sports Net. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
To the top of the 8th inning we go, and it is 9-6 in favor of the New York Yankees. This is the 2025 American League Division Series. Brian Snow here with you from the Snowman Broadcast Center. Thank you all for joining us and staying up with us as it is past most people's bedtime, including my own. It's 11:09 Eastern Daylight Time. And you know something I forgot to do? I forgot that I was running this on all my stations. So when I get everything back up here, when we get a chance, we owe y'all an ID. Ernie Clement will lead off the top of the 8th inning. Clement 3 for 3. An infield single among his hits. Williams the pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. Clement's infield single in the 2nd. He's single to left in the 3rd. And he doubled to left in the 5th. He takes a strike, and the count is now even. 1 ball, 1 strike. If the Blue Jays can get to this bullpen, they need to do it now. 1-1 the count. The pitch on the way outside, and it's 2-1. Try to put a little extra giddy up on that fastball. Does Williams stay with the Yankees after this season? I don't think so, because they brought him in to be their closer, and he hasn't done the job. They have him now as a setup man. Here's the 2-1. A swing and a smash. Base hit in the left field. That's their first hit in a while. First hit since the 5th inning for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays started the season 8 games behind the Yankees, then a 10-game winning streak to take control of first place with a 3.5-game lead. And they lost a 5-game lead over the Yankees at the top of September, and a 6-game win streak since September 25th, which includes the postseason, and that's hanging in the balance tonight. But they have a runner aboard with Anthony Santander headed to the plate. One on, nobody out. The pitch, a swing and a bouncer foul, first base side for strike 1. Activity as Nance is up and throwing in the Toronto bullpen. Santander is 1 for 3. Williams sets. And the pitch. Upstairs. And the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Santander has popped out. Single to right. The 1-1. Upstairs again. 2-1. Santander has popped out to short. Single to right. Drove in 2 in the 3rd. And in the 5th, he lined out to right. This is his first at bat since the 5th inning. And the 2-1 pitch. Right down the middle for a strike. And the count's even 2-2. It's Devin Williams versus Anthony Santander. Nobody out, a runner aboard in the form of Ernie Clement. And the pitch. Upstairs. And the count goes full at 3-2. Addison Barger would be next. Barger 0 for 2 on the night. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa started the game. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss. Santander is gone. Right down the middle with a fastball. Devin Williams' second strikeout of the night, and there's 1 out in the 8th. Here it is. Hit it if you can. Santander didn't. And now the Yankees are going to make a pitching change as Devin Williams' night is done. So we got a 100-second break for a pitching change. We'll come back after this.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan.
Pitching change coming for the New York Yankees. We'll let you know who he is in just a moment. Addison Barger will head to the plate with one out in the bottom of the eighth, in the top of the eighth inning. I beg your pardon. David Bednar is your new pitcher. He is the closer, and he's asked to get a 5-out save for the New York Yankees. He converted 27 and 30 attempts with a 2.30 ERA, 62 and 2/3 innings pitched, 19 walks, 86 strikeouts. So the hard-throwing right-hander will face Addison Barger, batting in the left-handed batter's box. And the pitch, swinging a smash, foul down the right field line for strike one. 0-1 the count. Bednar sets. And the pitch, swinging a bouncing ball, headed to second. Chisholm to first in time, 2 down in the inning. Clement heads to second base. And with 2 down, Jimenez will step to the plate. And the Blue Jays can score in bunches. They scored 4 in the 3rd inning tonight. Jimenez is 0 for 2, and the pitch. High, ball 1, fastball. Nine-6 Yankees here in the top of the 8th. And the pitch, breaking ball, Steve Reich, and the count's even 1-1. Curveball that time. I've seen the Blue Jays come back before. 1-1 the count. The pitch, swinging a bouncing ball to first. Goldschmidt up with it. He says he'll do it himself. He does. Inning over. Nothing across for the Blue Jays. They get a hit and they leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Yankees 9 and the Blue Jays 6. This is the 2025 American League Division Series featuring the Yankees and the Blue Jays. And you're hearing it live on Snowman Sports Net.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick. This is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years of fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sports Net, Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
I'm about out of water, and I'm about out of energy. And you're right, Victor. As it looks right now, the Blue Jays did Charlie Brown this thing. They led 6-1, and Addison Barger's error opened the floodgates for the New York Yankees. But the good news is, should it go to a game 4, and it looks like it will, you have 27 more outs to work with. You got 3 left tonight. And should it go to game 4, you'll have 27 more tomorrow. And if it looks like I'm running out of energy, I am. But going to finish this one for you guys. 9 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Yankees. 6 runs, 9 hits, 2 big errors for the Blue Jays. As Austin Wells takes a strike from big right-hander Nance, and it's 0-1. Tommy Nance is your new pitcher, 2-0 record with a 1.99 ERA. He went a third of an inning in game 2, gave up 3 hits and 2 runs. 0-1 pitch, swinging a pop-up, foul and out of play, and the count's 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count, and that one's fouled out of play. Count stays where it is at 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the 8th inning. And the pitch. Wide. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A sinker at 94. How do you throw a sinker at 94? Yankees didn't want their season to end tonight, says Arku. They found a way. Yeah? No lie there. That's why it's a best of 5. Next one. Swinging a line drive, base hit to right center field. And they still hitting. 11th hit tonight for the New York Yankees. 9 of them since the 3rd inning. Cam Schlittler is the probable game 4 starter, and oh boy. In the wild card against the Red Sox, he gave up 5 hits and 8 innings pitched, no runs, and he struck out a dozen. First pitcher with 8+ innings pitched, no bases on balls, and 12+ strikeouts in postseason history. They did an incorrect stat on ESPN. There's a fastball outside for ball 1 to Trent Grisham, who was 1 for 3 on the night. Kenneth Clark says Dodgers sweep the Phillies tomorrow night, and I'm inclined to agree. Nathan Lukes is now in left field for the Blue Jays. 1-0 the count to Trent Grisham. And the pitch, wide, 2-0. This Blue Jays bullpen fell apart in the 3rd inning. 2 errors in the field didn't help either. Grisham hitting 174 in the postseason. Here she comes. Breaking ball wide, 3-0. I don't think the Phillies have a chance tomorrow night. Now, with the way they've looked in the first two games. And big man Aaron Judge is due next. 3-0 pitch. Strike call, 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch is a strike, and the count's full 3-2. Three balls, two strikes. Who will Schlittler face tomorrow night? That's an 8 p.m. first pitch, 8:08 to be exact. Nance from the set and delivers the payoff pitch, and that is swung on and driven into left. Back goes Lukes. He makes the one-handed catch, and there's one out in the eighth. And here is the reason the Yankees are in front, because Aaron Judge hit a 3-run homer to tie the game back in the fourth inning. He hit 331 to lead the majors in the regular season, and he's hitting 524 in the postseason, also leading the majors. In case you don't know, here's the pitch, swinging a bouncing ball to third, go to first. Barger does, and dug out beautifully by Guerrero. And there's two down in the eighth. Two out, a runner at second in the bottom of the eighth inning. 9-6, Yankees with the lead. Aaron Judge's night is possibly complete at the plate. I thought I would never see electronics, and they intentionally walked Paul Goldschmidt to put two runners aboard and sort of set up a force at any base. And some of the Yankee fans, thinking this one's in the bag, are headed for home. Caballero stands at the plate. And Nance delivers a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Jose Caballero hit .236 during the regular season. He's 0 for 3 in the postseason. Next one, swing and a miss. And the count's even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Penguins defeated the Rangers 3-0. Colorado and the Kings just getting busy. Seattle beat the Tigers 8-4. That's high, 2-1. And the Bulls beat the Cavaliers 118-117. Last I saw, they were down by 7 in that game, 104-97. And the young Bulls found a way. First and second, 2 down in the eighth. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and the count's even 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Jose Caballero with 2 on and 2 out. Goldschmidt, the second runner, got aboard via intentional walk. Now Aaron Boone and the training staff coming out to look at Caballero. And I see why. He winced when he followed through with his swing. So Caballero's going to stay in there. Count is 2-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Nance from the set position. And the pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball through for a base hit in the right. That'll get him another run. No, it won't. Grisham will stop at third. So now the bases are loaded. How bad would it be for the Phillies? And do the Phillies need to make a change if they lose tomorrow night? So now Nance really is in a jam. Bases loaded, 2 down. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. And the pitch, a swing and a pop-up. Everybody coming in for it. And it is second baseman Ernie Clement who will make the catch, and the inning is over. Nothing across, a pair of hits, and the bases are left loaded. Last chance for the Blue Jays. They trailed 9-6 in Game 3 of the 2025 American League Division Series, and you're hearing it live on Snowman Sportsnet.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered a winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these 2 football enthusiasts as they give you total football talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan.
All right, folks, last chance for the Blue Jays. They trail 9-6. 9 runs, 12 hits. No errors for the Yankees. That's a big number. No errors for the Yankees tonight. Meanwhile, for the Blue Jays, 6 runs, 9 hits, and 2 big errors. And both the errors cost the Blue Jays dearly. It cost them an unearned run in the first, and in the 4th inning, all hell broke loose because Aaron Judge flipped this game on its head. Jeremiah Smith and the Buckeyes travel to face Luke Altmaier and the Illinois Fighting Illini. Yes, the top-ranked, defending, undisputed national champions face off against Illinois Saturday at noon. Bednar will try to get 3 more outs, and the pitch to Springer is a strike, and the count's 0-1, and off we go with the money frame, the top of the 9th inning, and the Yankees bullpen has been stellar. Only 3 hits tonight in 5 2/3 innings. They have struck out 7. They had a 12-19 series ERA coming into tonight. The 0-1 outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Last hacks for the Jays, and they get the top of the order out. Springer is 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts, a pop out, and a line out. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2, and Springer is not seeing the ball well at all. 1-2 the count. Vladdy Guerrero will bat this inning. Will he bat with a runner aboard? Next one, swing and a miss, and Springer's gone. He is 0 for 5 on the night. Bednar gets his first strikeout. Threw him a splitter, and Springer was nowhere near it. Third time Springer has struck out tonight. He is 0 for 5 on the evening. Now to bring up Nathan Lukes, who is batting for Davis Schneider in left, and Lukes slashes one foul off to the left for strike one. Cam Slitler will go tomorrow. And the pitch way inside. Lukes had to dive out of the way. One ball, one strike, one out. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. on deck, who got the scoring started here in Game 3 tonight. Bednar from the stretch. Kicks, deals. Breaking ball, strike, and the count's 1-2. That's just a straight up Uncle Charlie. One ball, two strikes, one out. The pitch on the way. High, 2-2. Alberto Ortiz is with us. Two and two the count. One out. Guerrero on deck. Bednar from the stretch. And the pitch. Gotcha. Uncle Charlie again. Nathan Lukes is retired. 2 down to the ninth, and the Blue Jays are down to their last out. Oh, boy, that was a splitter, and that was nasty. 2 outs in the inning, and Vladdy Guerrero Jr. steps to the plate. 2 for 3 on the evening. The pitch, low, ball 1. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Guerrero got the party started with a 2-run homer. He has an intentional walk and a single to his credit. And thank you, Kenneth. No spoilers in the chat, please. 1-0 to Vladdy. Outside, 2-0. That is one of my rules, so I can broadcast the entire game. No spoilers in the chat, please. Two and 0 the count. The pitch. Breaking ball. Missed it. 3-0. 3-0 to Vladdy. This may be an intentional walk to one of the best hitters in the game. With the Jordan gloves, mind you. 3-0. Right down the middle for a strike. 3-1. Guerrero 2 for 3 on the evening. And the 3-1 pitch to Vladdy. Swing and a miss, and the count is now full, and the Blue Jays are down to their final strike. Says, I will not come back. All I said was no spoilers. If you feel you shouldn't come back, then that's on you. The payoff pitch. Swinging a foul. Will do it again off the instep of Guerrero. Normally, a comment like that would make me mad, but it doesn't anymore. See, people get mad at me when I start having rules for my streams. Oh well. 3-2. The payoff pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. Up with a Caballero. Toss to first. In time. Inning over. Game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win, and they stay alive in Game 3 of this American League Division Series by winning tonight by a final of 9-6. Totals on the board look this way. For the Yankees, 9 runs, 12 hits, no errors, 8 left on base. And for the Blue Jays, 6 runs, 9 hits, and 2 big errors. And they left 8. The winner is Tim Hill. Verlin gets the loss, and the save to David Bednar for the Yankees. There will be a game 4 tomorrow. 8:08 is the first pitch. We'll have it for you here on Snowman Sportsnet. Your final one more time. The Yankees beat the Blue Jays in game 3 of this division series by a final of 9-6. Thanks for hanging with me, everybody. And now I'm going to bed. I'm going to do this again tomorrow, but I'm going to have a little time with my honey like I did tonight before I come on. See you later. God bless you, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. First, I'll see you tomorrow on Snowman in the morning, and then we'll see you tomorrow night for game 4 of this division series. Will the Yankees stay alive and force a game 5 tomorrow night? You'll find out, and yours truly will have the call for you. God bless you. Have a great night. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move, and always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are here at Snowman Multimedia, and we hope you all are too. Good night, and God bless you, everybody.
Snowman on the mic, no mistake, he elevates. Play by play.
Pitch. We're going to drive into deep center field. Miller back at the track, looking up. See you later! Go, Danny, go! 30, 20, 10, 5. Good night, touchdown! Unbelievable!
Formation in motion, handoff McFerrin, running off right tackle, and McFerrin is loose! Goodbye, baby! 20, 10, 5, touchdown!
And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss! Put it in the book, and that's a Spartan winner!
Vision, precision, lifting hope. Every word is the mission. Ambition with this queen by his side, no division.
The preceding has been a presentation of Snowman Sportsnet and Snowman Multimedia, celebrating 30 years of broadcast excellence.